Hi everybody and welcome to the Soul Project Wellness event, New Zealand Wellness event. It's I have to look at the date. It's the 5th of March 2019. And tonight you're going to be hearing some beautiful stories from customers, some really nice customer stories. You're also going to be hearing a little bit about what we do. So what we do at the Soul Project and what it is that we're excited about and why it is that we love sharing this. So I'll tell you a little bit about myself. So I'm Tanya and I've been in part of the Soul Project now for just a little over 18 months. And I just love it. This basically saved my life. And because when I first looked at this, I actually saw the program. And so for me, I was actually feeling quite unwell. I had been quite unwell for a really long time, and I had all sorts of different things going on. I had autoimmune disorder and adrenal fatigue and leaky gut. So I had a lot of really awful symptoms, a lot of chronic pain. I had also a bit of arthritis in my hands. I had a lot of that real adrenal problem where you get like there's no energy, my hair was falling out, my skin was a mess, I had all sorts of viruses and things all the time. So for me, I was really looking for something that was going to heal myself because I was spending a fortune every month on healing myself already and nothing was working for me. So when I watched a friend get well on this, for me it was a no-brainer. It actually made sense to me because it's whole food. And so I decided to give it a go, and it was incredible the results that I got so quickly. And 18 months now down the track, and I'm feeling so much better. And so for me, I really wanted to share this with all my friends and family. I really wanted to share this with the world. And so you're going to hear some really beautiful stories tonight from some of our customers, but also you're going to be hearing some really lovely stories from our team, and why it is they decided to say yes and why they love sharing this. So I'm going to pass you on over now to the beautiful Ash, and she's going to share with us a little bit about our beautiful program.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for that introduction, Tans. It's beautiful. And it is really prevalent today. There is so many people suffering. We all know that person, whether it's yourself or someone in your life that has mental health, physical health, or suffering in any area of their health, whether it's an autoimmune disease, whether it's manifested somewhere with, headaches or skin conditions or cancer, anything with any of those. I've been seeing a lot on my Facebook lately with the weather changing. Also, so many people are ill, got the flu, got the colds, they're having to take time off work. And it's just, we're getting sicker, we're not getting healthier. And it really is prevalent that we are running ourselves into the ground with the way that we live, our fast-paced life. The food available to us really is very nutrient deficient. We are going for quicker packaged foods, microwave meals, fast foods, Uber Eats, all of those quick and easy meals that are giving us that quick fast fix. But we're not really nourishing ourselves. We're not really understanding the complete nourishment of what that food is really providing us. And we've really fallen away from what we really should be eating. So our program is based on getting more whole foods into your body and also into your family's body. So I've spent quite a lot of time being ill myself. I've also had very bad skin conditions, very bad cystic acne all over my face. I have suffered with some anxiety, depression on the backhand of that. And I do understand that health really begins in your gut. It really begins with what you're fueling your body, with what you're fueling your mind, your thoughts, the amount of self-worth that you have for yourself, the amount of love that you have for yourself, all the different things that are going on in your mindset really does start to manifest and have a reflection on the outside world around you. So our Soul Project program is all based on mind, body and soul health. So we focus on all of those areas because we can't just focus on one and hope that this all starts to get better. We do need to combine all three of those to really work together in synergy so that we are really showing up as our best selves. Because who can agree, when we are our best, healthier, vibrant, happier selves, so much flows in life. You know, we get into a divine flow in life, and things start to flow better. Things are a lot more positive in our relationships, our friendships, overall in general. Our life is a lot more positive when we are investing in ourselves. So our program really is, we do have mindset things. It's all based online. So you'll find everything online. Once you do enter our program, you're in it for life. We do not kick you out. So you do get access to this because it's a lifestyle change. We really do want to help people change their lives in a positive way. So it's an entire lifestyle change. It means no deprivation. There's no dieting, because there are far too many of them crazy diets that just aren't sustainable. So we do not do any of that crazy stuff. We do focus on changing your lifestyle and changing your daily habits and creating a better food culture in the home. Tools. Program set on mindfulness, meditation, yoga, and all of those things inside there. We've also got gratitude and self-love programs so that you're fueling all of that side first. And then, of course, we've got the body component where we've got recipes, whole food recipes, kids recipes, so you're fueling your kids with better food. It is that there's entertaining guides and all of that sort of stuff. There's no deprivation. There's actually whole food sweet treat guides so that you never have to deprive your body of sweets. You can have it just in a healthy way. There are also we've also got workout plans and exercise plans so that you're creating movement in the body. We also do have shred components as well, like 8-week challenges and things for those that want to lose weight. We've got optional cleanse and detox programs. And we also have an entire community online who support your journey the entire way. We've got wellness coaches that are on there giving you monthly coaching tips. We have access to an entire community of other people who are also going through that journey with you. So you're never alone in this process of healing. And it really is a journey towards healing. So our whole entire program is just that. Now we have coupled with a product to support our program, to go hand in hand with the program to add more value to what you're already doing. Because let's face it, it's pretty hard to eat what we really should. It's pretty hard to get in the amount of levels and serves of fruits and veggies that we really should. And most of us are reaching for multivitamins or B12 shots or those flu shots and all of those things. We're reaching for those quick fixes when really we can really bridge that gap with what we've found, what we've come across is Juice Plus, which is an easy solution. Now, this to me, I was very skeptical when I saw this, basically because I didn't want anything to do with any products. I didn't believe that we needed products in our life. I was a big believer in whole food, that we really should be getting everything from a real food source. So at first I was very hesitant, but I understood when I looked on the back of this, it blew my mind. Actually, I can read the label. Most of you that are taking a multivitamin at the moment may not be able to understand what's on the back, and there's a good chance that your body is not understanding what's inside of what you're taking. So if you're currently taking a multivitamin or something that you've bought from a chemist or the shelf, there's probably a really, really good chance that that is a synthetic isolated supplement. It doesn't come from a real food source. It's created in a lab. Therefore, your body's not recognizing it. Therefore, your body is getting rid of it. It's excreting it. And that's where we get that disco fluoro yellow wee, because we really are not recognizing it. It's not going into our cells, and therefore it's not having a positive impact in our body, in our cells. So when we turn the label on this, it's actually TGA approved. So it is a whole food, real food label. You've got things like broccoli, parsley, tomato, carrot, garlic, beetroot, spinach, spirulina, lemon peel, kale, like all this crazy stuff in here that generally we wouldn't reach for. Combining all three of these, so that's our veggies, of course, this is our fruit and our berries. So when you combine all of those three, you're getting about 30 varieties of fruits, veggies, and berries inside your body within about 10 minutes. It's absorbed into your bloodstream within about 10 minutes. There's over 35 peer-reviewed medical journal, medical grade studies done on it. So it's not some random product. They've been around for over 30 years. So they are really researched, one of the most researched products in the world. So if you are a research junkie, we can definitely get you that research. But what really blew my mind when I started looking into this, because I was someone that thought, yeah, I'm doing pretty good with my fruits and veggies. I'm good mates, you know. I have a salad through the day. I might have a banana for breakfast and I'll have my veggies on the side. But what I really didn't realize is what we're going out in the supermarkets and buying, whether it's at Countdown or Pack and Save or wherever it is, we're going to that supermarket and we're buying that fruit and veg that has been sitting on that shelf and in storage sheds for months and months at a time. It's picked far too early, which is why we see a lot of the unripe bananas and things are picked far too early, which means that they're not gaining the amount of high quality nutrition that they really should be, because generally most of the nutrition happens in those last couple of days of vine ripening, which happens on the vine. So if they're picked way too early, they're missing a lot of those key nutrients that happen on the vine, which is very, very sad, because we are not getting that inside our bodies. Hence all of these issues and autoimmune conditions and fatigue and chronic fatigue and all of this stuff, because we are not getting the high level of nutrition that we once were 50 years ago. So this really does bridge that gap between what we should be eating and what we really are eating every day and what we think that we're eating every day. So in its real food, I really love that it's just real food put in a capsule, and all they do is vine ripen that fruits and veggies. They blend it up, put it in a big blender. The fruit, the skin, the stem, the seeds, every little bit goes into there, and then it's popped into a capsule, dehydrated into a powder form and put inside a vegan capsule. So it's all vegan, nothing else added in there. Every little bit of whole food is inside there. Now, if you have children actually eat for free. They get free kids gummies. They look just like this. The exact same principle with the capsules goes inside the gummies. It's just mixed with a bit of tapioca starch to make it chewable. So they're, of course, vegan as well. You're adding about 17 varieties of fruits and veggies into your kids' bodies, and they think they're having a little lolly. Now, if you're getting gummies from the supermarket or the chemist or something like that, a lot of that has added sugars. A lot of it is isolated. It's synthetic. They're just synthetically derived vitamins thrown in there with some glucose syrup and things like that. So that is not from a whole food source. With these, you're actually adding fruits and veggies into their body, which is pretty phenomenal. And they think they're having a lolly, and they have gone out for the day with 17 varieties of whole fruits and veggies inside their body, which has a massive impact. There is so much research that has a massive impact on their health, their mental, their emotional health, their behavior. So many areas of their health is improved through that. We do also have a vegan omega. So omegas, our bodies doesn't naturally produce omegas. We do need to consume it. And if we're not consuming enough fish, or if we don't eat fish, if we're vegan or vegetarian, that tends to get missed. So we do need that supplement. We do need something in there. We do have our vegan omega range, which is a blend. It's not just your omega-3, but it is a blend of 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9, which ensures that you're getting all those fatty acids and all of the nutrients that we really need to thrive. So things like depression, anxiety, mental health, things like eye health, heart health, cholesterol, skin, all of those amazing things that really optimize our health through omegas as well. So that's pretty amazing. I love them. We have some pretty incredible stories around that as well. And lastly, our protein. We do need protein. We all need that. And a vegan plant-based sourced protein. So vanilla and chocolate, really, really delicious. Like, you can give it to kids and they think that they're having a chocolate or vanilla milkshake, when really they're getting like 17 different superfoods in here. There's like broccoli, pumpkin, spirulina, yucca, alfalfa sprouts, radish sprouts. Like, who the hell would give their kids that? Like, here's broccoli, eat broccoli. This, they literally are eating it and they don't even realize. So it's pretty incredible that you too can have that for you and your children. it's a great snack or meal on the go when you're craving chocolate or sweets. You're actually flooding your body with so much nutrition. So with that entire range, you're flooding your body with about 50 different types of plants before you've even sat down for breakfast, which is pretty amazing. Couple that with our Soul Project program, our mindfulness tools, all of the programs that we do have, you're pretty set up for an epic life. So it is amazing what this has done and how much healing people have really experienced through our programs. So we are really passionate about sharing this, and we're actually going to hear from a few different stories. So I'll pass it over to a few of our stories.
Yeah, thanks, Ash, and thank you for having me here to share my product story. 1 year ago, after I had my boy, I wasn't happy at all. I just became tired, no energy. I couldn't sleep during night time, but I was sleeping during daytime, which was a struggle for me. I'd put on weight, so I struggled to lose that weight, and not having enough energy to do sort of things like looking after my boy properly. So I'd developed a breakout as well. I just couldn't enjoy my life, and ever since then, I'd been trying to eat and be healthy as possible. Then after before 7 months ago, I was introduced this product through Tanya. That's when I learned about a simple way to flood my body with 30 fruits and vegetables every single day in my body. I can't believe the difference it has made in my life and into my family. I'm very active. I even go for walks every day. I sleep better. I've got more energy, no breakouts anymore. And my husband, my boy also enjoys these capsules. So I'm very thankful that I learned about Juice Plus. We try to eat as many fruits and vegetables as a family. We even got a garden with different vegetables, because it's helping us as a family to bridge that gap every day. And thanks for letting me share my story with you. And I will now pass you to Lynn. For her, she was going to share our product story as well. Where's Lynn? Yeah.
Hi, good evening. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me on here and letting me sharing my story. I've got quite a big story and a long story, so I'm going to try and keep it as short as I can. I've been sick for about 6 years. Been to heaps of specialists, had heaps of surgeries, and everybody just kind of pushed up their hands saying that they didn't know what was wrong with me. I was kind of one of those unknown cases where they really couldn't figure it out. So as a mum of 2 little kids, it was quite hard. My husband had a real hard time to step up and kind of help around the house. I'll just give you some of my symptoms that I had. This is just some of them. I had severe mood swings, weight loss, nausea. I've been vomiting for 4 years straight, on and off. I've had headaches, depression, anxiety, pain all over my body, hair loss. I've lost most of my hair. I had to wear a wig for quite a while. Chronic fatigue to the point where I had to sleep during the day just to get through. I would have my kids at home after I picked them up from school, and I would be asleep on the couch, and they would have to prod and poke me and ask me if they want something. So my life with my kids, there was no mummy playing with me or mummy taking me out doing stuff. It was hard. Everything was really on my husband. And as a mum and a wife, it was difficult because it's not what I expected myself to be. So I was finally diagnosed last year, March, with severe fibromyalgia, arthritis, and chronic fatigue syndrome. The doctors immediately put me on very strong medication. all basically chemo-based. It did not react with me well at all. It probably made me worse than what I was. So I've gone down a few routes of just trying all different things. I've been to a naturopath. I've been to a hospital for 10 weeks where I had a pain clinic team working with me. That didn't work. And then finally, I came across Juice Plus through a friend. And I just thought, you know what? I've got nothing to lose. I've tried absolutely everything I could. And in 2.5 weeks' time from taking this, my life has literally done a 180. Like, it fully changed my life. I couldn't believe it. So in a matter of 2.5 weeks, I had so much energy that I didn't have to sleep during the day anymore. I had no nausea. I have not been throwing up once ever since I've started this. I'm getting out and actually doing stuff. I've got so much energy that I've actually started exercising again. I take my kids out to play ball. I take them riding their bikes. I'm just doing so much. So I've been on this now for 2 months, and honestly, I am just so passionate about this because it's literally changed my life around. My husband still can't actually believe it. So for me, yes, this is, I am really going to make such an effort this year to reach out to as many women as I can, or people that really needs this nutrition in their lifestyle. I'm actually a loss of words some days because I literally can't believe that it's changed me so much. I'm going to pass back to Tanya. Thank you.
Wow, I love these stories. Thank you so much for sharing, ladies. This is what got me so excited about this beautiful opportunity when I first was introduced to the program. So I had so many incredible benefits, so many amazing changes so quickly, and I was really amazed because the last thing I was expecting was, what fruits and veggies can do that? So it was an incredible opportunity for me to actually be able to share it with my friends and family and with the world, really. So, you know, for me, I decided that I wanted to run with this. I said yes to the opportunity, and the reason why I did that, I mean, I had a lot of reasons why I did that, but, you know, obviously I was a little bit skeptical. But for me, I had just lost my father from lymphoma not that long ago, and not that long before I started. And I watched him die a horrible death, and I thought there's no way anybody deserves to die that way. And so I made it my calling that I was going to actually take over what Dad was doing, because he was such a big healer and loved helping people, that I was going to do that. And I could see that this incredible program could do that for people. Of course, I was skeptical. I was, you know, concerned about, oh, you know, what if this is, you know, one of those things that, you know, do I have to do anything scary? Do I have to step out of my comfort zone? You know, I really looked into everything. But for me, I just realised that I had to follow my heart and I had to follow my passion. And so that's another thing that was really a huge thing for me, because when I first looked at this opportunity, when I first looked at the program and then the opportunity, I was actually felt like I was really stuck in a 9-to-5 job that I really did not enjoy at all. In fact, I hated it. I called it my soul-sucking job. And I found that I was not living my purpose. I was not doing what I really loved every day. I felt like I was watching people die instead of helping them live. And so again, this gave me an opportunity to be able to do that every day. The other thing that I found was, you know, I'm getting older, and we were finding that my husband and I just were not getting ahead financially. And so, you know, we looked at so many different things. I looked at moving up in the company, because I thought, well, if I move up in the company and earn some more money, then I'll be fine, right? Well, it didn't always work for me. And, you know, I wasn't the right person. I didn't have the right qualifications. I didn't have the right qualities that they were looking for. Then we even looked at business opportunities. I mean, the investment for traditional businesses was absolutely huge. And it was way too much than what we could even afford, considering that we were even you know, it was basically another mortgage on the house, and it was just way too much for us. So I knew that nothing else was going to work for us. And so when I saw how this was working for other people, particularly my friend at the time, I realised that this is exactly what I was looking for, because it not just gave me that opportunity to be able to retire really comfortably, but it also meant that I could. I'm just going to mute you there, Lynn. Yeah. It also meant that I could actually, you know, travel. We could do things that we really wanted to, because it's another thing that we couldn't do when I was stuck in a job, was that I couldn't actually get the time off to travel. Because when we travel, we like to travel for 2 to 3 months at a time. There was no way that we could take that time off and still get paid enough, because there was only so much time off that we got in a year. And so this meant that I could travel, go anywhere in the world with it, and I actually got paid for it. So for me, it ticked every single box for me. And 18 months later, I have never looked back. And honestly, when people say to me, oh, you know, is it one of those things? I'm like, you know, I'm not the kind of person that's going to jump into something that is going to be anything other than that's got integrity. So I'm living proof that after 4 months of taking this opportunity on, I was actually able to leave my job, my day job, which is hugely liberating. It was the best thing that I could ever do. So, I mean, I could keep going on and on about how fantastic this has been for me, and certainly for my husband as well. But I'm going to actually pass you on over now and to my husband, Pete, who's going to tell a little bit about his story and why he said yes.
So hi everybody, and thanks for coming along tonight. I'm Pete, and I'm going to tell you why I decided to get involved in this opportunity. So I was introduced to the Soul Project by my lovely wife Tanya, who you've just heard from. I'd watched Tanya get her health back on track through the program, and set that goal of leaving her job that she hated, and really hated it. We just able to do that just a few short months later. Then we did that travel for 9 weeks, and Tanya took her new career with her and kept building it as we went through Asia. So for me, I started on the premium program a month or so after Tanya did, and which was about 18 odd months ago, and my health has improved way beyond my expectations. So having a program that worked was the first thing that had to be right before I took up the opportunity to make a career out of it. So I took that one off. The second thing that was fitting it around our travel plans, which I knew worked as well because we'd just done it. But at the moment, I'm in a normal sort of 45-odd-hour-a-week job. I get really well looked after. My boss is great, but it just doesn't allow me the time off to do what we want to do. So we've been able to set a goal that will allow me to leave my job in the not too distant future as well, and take this opportunity and turn it into a full-time career for me as well. So it's going to unlock a lot more doors for us, allow us to live wherever we want in the future, do whatever we want, have a secure retirement, have some fun. It just made total sense. And online is the way of the future. So now I'm going to hand you over to the lovely Lauren, who's going to tell you a bit about her business story.
Hi Awesome. That's great, Pete. I love that you two do this together. I do this with my partner as well, and we absolutely love it. It's so good when you both share that same passion for health because you've experienced that in your own body as well. So I'm sitting in, I'm on the Gold Coast at the moment, which is where I'm from, but this business has actually taken me all over the world, which is pretty amazing. I actually was introduced to the Soul Project about a year and a half ago when I was living in London. And at the time I was stuck working in my PR job, and this was just after I'd been traveling for about 5 months. So I kind of took off and wanted to just live that free kind of lifestyle. But then I was stuck back into my career and really missing my travels, and also was craving the kind of work that really gave me a bit more purpose. So at the time I was kind of working with startup businesses in my PR career, and I realized that I was really passionate about helping other people fulfill their dreams. I really just loved supporting new ideas and everything like that. So at first I wanted to kind of build my own online business. I really saw a potential with online, and I got kind of stuck when it came to funding that, because there was really not too much money in supporting the little guys who want to achieve their dreams. And that's what the story I was told was anyway. And then the Soul Project came into my life just when I was ready to sort of give up on those dreams. And it really intrigued me because it was so aligned to all my values. I got to help people with their health. I got to help my own health at the time, which was really struggling, especially being out of alignment with my job as well. I really needed support with my mental health and my overall physical health again, because I was feeling quite depleted. But I loved in doing this that I get to support other people to achieve their dreams. And it's just amazing that we get to build communities of like-minded people who all really want more from their life. So I really just felt so much love and expansion for this work, and really put my energy towards it. And it allowed me to leave my job last year and come back to Australia to see my family. And it had been over 2 years because I was really struggling to get the money together for a flight home. And yeah, I've been able to go to our conferences in Europe, in Spain last year, and now my partner and I, we have settled in Bali to live and work online there, which is really amazing. So it's really cool. I'm really grateful that I also have the flexibility to come back home as well to visit family when I want to. There's just so many benefits to this amazing work, and I'm so grateful for what it's given to me, and also that I have the gift to give this back to other people. So if you are watching this and you're curious about how it all works, what it could possibly be for you, whether it really is possible for you, I really just encourage you to have an open mind and get your questions answered, and just reach out to whoever shared this with you. We were in that same position at the beginning too. The first time we saw this, we kind of just thought, wow, is this something that's really possible? But I encourage you to just dream and ask yourself, what could it be, and give it a go. So thanks everyone for your shares tonight. They're absolutely beautiful, and we'll wrap our event up there. Have a lovely evening.